Hey, my name is Andre. I'm a positioning strategist and the founder of Tangible Growth. And in this video, we're gonna be talking about price objections. Price objections, eh? Every seller's worst nightmare. You get the lead, talk to it, bring it hot cocoa, you warm it up. Everything is going along nicely, the two of you are having a great time. The lead is moving through the funnel, only for the deal to fall apart when you present the price. Not again. You think marking the contact with the red color in Excel. You take a moment, you look through the window, thinking where it all went wrong. Or even worse, you take your time, you write the offer, and not just a generic template offer, you put your work into it. You learn to use Canva, you describe the final product, couple that with nice mock-ups. In the end, you have an Amazon bestseller-like PDF that you proudly show to the client, and you never hear from them again. Or they skip the first 2 pages that took you 3 days to finish and go directly to the price. You want how much? And I can find 1,000 examples in the B2C world as well. $20 for a book that will teach me how to get more leads and improve my conversion rates? I'm gonna wait for a sale. After all, I already spent my monthly budgets on the new iPhone. You would think that the human brain would understand the irony of that, but no, it doesn't. See, we're not reasonable human beings. We are driven by emotions and only use logic to justify our illogical decisions. So when everybody is objecting your prices, you come to a logical conclusion that you have a price problem. You don't. You have an understanding problem. You have a positioning problem. The price objection just means that the customer doesn't see the value in the deal you're offering. What the clients need to pay is, in their eyes, bigger than what they are getting in return. Basically, they're getting screwed, or that's what they think. Does that mean that I have a crappy product? In a word, no, probably not at least. It just means that you and your customers have different views. Your views are not aligned. It means that your client doesn't understand your product. And while having a positioning problem isn't the best thing it will happen to you today, it's a nicer problem to have than actually having a crappy product. Crappy product means that you need to go back to the drawing board and do it all over again. A poor positioning means that you have to spend some time thinking about your product. See? Easy. Just need to think. We can do that, right? Wrong. What entrepreneurs usually do when one of their products is poorly positioned is improve the product. Well, guess what? The product's positioning won't change when you add a feature or two. You can't put a lipstick on a pig and say it's Jessica Alba. I mean, you can, but it's just not. So you need to stop improving the product to solve an understanding problem. It's difficult to add something to a product and suddenly make customers understand its value. It's like Henry Ford would be building a car, right? He would make the chassis and, he would add some doors, windows, a rear spoiler, show it to the customers. And the client would be like, I don't get it, man. What the fuck am I supposed to do with that? Push it down the dirt road? And Ford would be like, right, I forgot the wheels and the engine. You can drive around instead of riding a horse. And the client would have the epiphany, whoa, mate, cool ride, I get it now. That's just not gonna happen, okay? The problem isn't that you forgot the wheels. The problem is that your client is expecting a horse while you're giving him a car. So no matter what the price is, your client is not gonna pay because he doesn't get it. So how can you make your customers get it? Well, the trick is to really understand the customer, his point of view, his issues. Once you understand your client's problem and what kind of information he has, you can quickly drive him to the aha moment, which is the crucial for the sale. Or if you want it in horse terms, the problem is that your customer is comparing the car with the horse. You can instead lean on another product, a carriage. That way, it's easier to explain the product to the customer. Like, this is a car. A car is like a carriage, but doesn't need a horse to run. It runs because of this thing in front called the engine, that doesn't get tired. So you can drive day and night, coming to your mistress' house faster. And because there is no horse, the horse won't die halfway through the journey, so you won't have to explain to your wife why you are a horse short. See? Benefits, right? Weird dialect aside, the crucial step is to explain the product to the customer using comparisons he understands. In this case, your product, the car, is closer to the carriage than to a horse, because the carriage already has the wheels and carries people to their destinations. What you need to do first when you have a positioning problem is talk to your customers. And not just any customers, you need your best fit customers. Customers who get your product and pay for it as well. So step 1 would be to create a list of your perfect fit customers. In the second step, you need to talk to people on the list and understand their problems better. Yeah, I know it's a pain in the ass, but you need to know how your customers explain their problem. What words do they use? How do they explain, the issues that they're having? How do they explain your product? What value do they get from your product? Use the knowledge you get from this step and put it to use. Adjust your messaging, sales processes, website copy, to bring your product closer to your clients, to make them get your value. Use their vocabulary, focus on the value that your perfect fit clients are getting from your product, and eliminate the price barrier. Removing the price objection is not a problem you remove with a revolution. Focus on small incremental changes, and in time you'll be able to charge way too much for a device that has the exact same call and SMS functionalities it had for years. But it comes with a 3D touch and the icons have nicer border radiuses, so it's better. Kidding aside, Apple knows exactly what kind of value they're bringing to their customers. That's why they can set the price just right, and people are prepared to pay that price. And by talking to your customers, understanding their problems and how they see your value better, you'll be able to do what Apple does: charge what you deserve. And in the next meeting, you will know to offer tea instead of cocoa. You will mark your client with green color after the sale, looking out the window, reflecting on your success. It's an art, really.